For the second time in history, a man-made object has left our solar system, venturing into the vast, silent expanse between the stars. Voyager 2, a spacecraft no larger than a family car, has journeyed farther than anything humans have ever built, drifting for over 4 decades past Neptune, Pluto, and the protective bubble of the Sun known as the heliosphere. What was once a mission to explore the outer planets has now become a story of cosmic mystery because recently something unprecedented occurred. Voyager 2, following its seemingly endless path into the void, shifted slightly, deliberately, as if reacting to something beyond our understanding. The data it transmitted in response has stunned scientists, hinting at the presence of a force or intelligence far older and more deliberate than anything we've encountered. This is more than a story of exploration. It's a glimpse into the unknown, a silent warning from the edges of interstellar space, and a discovery that could change everything we thought we knew about the universe. Voyager 2's journey has always been extraordinary, but what makes its latest chapter so unsettling is the subtle shift in its trajectory. For decades, the probe traveled in silence, sending back invaluable data on the outer planets and the edge of the solar system. Yet its path remained predictable, guided only by careful commands from Earth. In early 2025, mission controllers noticed something unusual. Voyager 2's orientation had changed ever so slightly, a turn that could not be explained by mechanical failure or routine adjustments. The spacecraft had not fired its thrusters, yet it rotated 14 degrees eastward, as if sensing something invisible in the void. Initial explanations considered natural phenomena, cosmic winds, gravitational anomalies, or interstellar magnetic fluctuations, but the precision of the movement suggested intention rather than chance. This was no random drift. Voyager 2, the silent emissary of humanity, had encountered a force that responded to its presence, and in doing so hinted at something far beyond our current understanding of interstellar space. Data streaming back to Earth revealed irregular spikes in cosmic rays and a distortion in the magnetic field, unlike anything previously recorded. The patterns were too structured, too consistent to be natural, and for the first time scientists began to confront the possibility that Voyager 2 had touched the boundary of something deliberate, a presence lurking just beyond the edge of our solar system. As the anomalies persisted, researchers dug deeper into the data, uncovering a pattern that was both mesmerizing and disturbing. The magnetic distortions and high-energy particle fluctuations were not random. They followed a rhythm repeating every 61.2 seconds, with subtle variations in amplitude, almost like a heartbeat or a pulse. When the signal was converted into audio using frequency compression, it produced a low, oscillating hum that felt unnervingly organic, as if the cosmos itself were attempting to communicate. Artificial intelligence specialists were brought in to analyze the binary structures hidden within the pulse, revealing sequences that hinted at intentional design. While no one could say with certainty what it meant, the evidence pointed toward intelligence rather than mere coincidence. The Voyager 2 probe, drifting silently over 20 billion kilometers from Earth, had stumbled upon a perimeter that appeared constructed with purpose, a boundary that reacted to its presence. The notion that humanity was not alone, that some unseen force had detected our probe and responded, sent shockwaves through the scientific community. This was no distant speculation, it was a tangible interaction, a direct encounter with a structure or entity operating on a scale and with a precision that defied current understanding. Every subsequent reading confirmed the same unnerving reality. Voyager 2 had triggered a reaction, and that reaction was deliberate. The implications of Voyager 2's encounter rippled far beyond the scientific community, reaching into government and defense circles as confidential meetings were convened to assess the potential consequences. Analysts debated the nature of the boundary it had detected. Was it protective, A quarantine, a deterrent, or a containment of something far more dangerous. The magnetic distortions and the pulsing signals suggested capabilities that far exceeded human technology, indicating manipulation of space and energy at a level previously relegated to theoretical physics. Some experts speculated that this artificial perimeter could be a form of interstellar warning system designed to monitor and respond to intrusions. The void Voyager 2 had entered was unnaturally clean, devoid of dust, gas, or cosmic background radiation, implying deliberate clearing or preparation. This level of precision suggested not just intelligence, but strategic foresight, as if whoever or whatever was responsible anticipated the arrival of explorers like Voyager. The notion that our solar system might be enclosed within a controlled boundary sent a chilling message. Humanity may have unknowingly crossed a line that had been set in place for reasons we are only beginning to grasp. Every angle of the probe, every data spike and every rhythmic pulse painted a portrait of an unknown intelligence operating on a galactic scale, waiting and observing, with a patience measured not in years, but in millennia. The universe had suddenly grown larger, stranger, and far more purposeful, and Voyager 2 had become the unwitting messenger between humanity and the unknown beyond. Despite the eerie signals and the inexplicable void Voyager 2 had encountered, the probe continued to drift, its course now subtly adjusted in response to the unseen presence. Engineers and scientists pored over every bit of transmitted data, combing through cosmic ray counts, magnetic fluctuations, and particle density readings, looking for patterns that could shed light on what lay beyond. AI-enhanced analysis revealed minor modulations within the pulsing signal, hinting at layered encoding or a form of communication that was deliberately oblique, almost designed to be partially deciphered, or perhaps understood only by those capable of advanced interpretation. While the pulse itself was faint, it persisted across millions of miles, a consistent hum that suggested intent, not randomness. Speculation grew that Voyager 2 had inadvertently triggered an alert, a silent acknowledgement from something far more advanced, something patient enough to let humanity reach this threshold, and yet precise enough to respond when the boundary was crossed. The implications were staggering. Not only was there potentially an intelligent presence beyond our solar system, but it had the ability to manipulate space, magnetic fields, and energy in ways that were fundamentally beyond human comprehension. For the first time, it was clear that the cosmos was not simply a backdrop of stars and planets, but a theater where intelligence and influence could operate on scales that dwarfed our own. Voyager 2's data became a window into a reality that was at once fascinating and terrifying, forcing humanity to confront the unsettling possibility that we are no longer the sole architects of observation in this corner of the universe. As the days passed, Voyager 2 continued its cautious journey, each transmission adding to the growing tension and mystery. The pulse in the electromagnetic readings remained subtle yet persistent, like a heartbeat from the dark. Analysts noted variations in amplitude and frequency, almost as if the signal were aware of the probe's presence and adapting in response, testing, observing, or even communicating on a level humans could barely comprehend. Ground-based observatories scrambled to detect corroborating phenomena, but nothing matched the specificity of Voyager 2's encounter. The void it had traversed was unnaturally clean, devoid of dust, gas, or cosmic radiation gradients, a stark emptiness that suggested deliberate clearing or containment. Speculative theories spread rapidly within the scientific community. Had humanity unknowingly crossed a cosmic boundary, one set by an intelligence far older and more advanced than our own? Was this a quarantine designed to isolate potential threats, a monitoring zone for species reaching a certain technological threshold, or merely a test to gauge our awareness and curiosity? Every simulation, every analysis confirmed the same unsettling pattern. The effects on Voyager 2 were precise, deliberate and intelligent. What once was imagined as a silent, empty expanse beyond our solar system had revealed itself as a structured, reactive domain, a presence capable of responding to intrusion and sending a clear, if cryptic, signal that humanity was now observed. The universe, it seemed, was no longer a passive stage for exploration. It was a sentient environment, aware and watching, and Voyager 2 had just stepped into the eyes of something far greater than us. With every transmission, the enigma deepened. Voyager 2's instruments continued to pick up the pulsing signal, faint but undeniable, weaving a pattern that hinted at intelligence and intention. AI-enhanced analyses revealed subtle modulations, variations, so intricate they suggested layers of information embedded within the bursts, almost like a code written across light years. The probe's trajectory, altered ever so slightly, seemed to confirm that whatever lay ahead was not passive. It exerted influence, guiding or warning in ways humanity had never encountered. The scientific community, long accustomed to observing the universe as a collection of random phenomena, found itself facing something deliberate, something purposeful. Every simulation failed to recreate the conditions. Every known principle of physics fell short of explaining the precision of Voyager 2's experience. For the first time, researchers began speaking in hushed tones of a cosmic threshold, a barrier or boundary maintained by forces or intelligence that could manipulate space itself. The void Voyager had entered was no longer an empty nothingness. It was a domain with rules, with awareness, and with a presence that reacted to human intrusion. The implications were staggering. Our solar system, and perhaps our civilization, was now under observation by something far beyond comprehension, something that had waited patiently in the darkness for any sign of curiosity. Voyager 2, tiny and fragile, had unwittingly become humanity's ambassador, carrying our curiosity across the stars and meeting an answer that was not a voice, not an image, but an undeniable demonstration of awareness. As the data continued to pour in, a chilling realization took hold. Voyager 2 had not merely stumbled upon a phenomenon. It had encountered a presence capable of imposing order across unimaginable distances. The pulsing signal persisted, consistent yet subtly dynamic, as if reacting to the probe's movements, adjusting in real time. Analysts discovered patterns within the pulses that defied conventional explanation, suggesting layering, repetition, and timing so precise that it hinted at design rather than chance. The void around Voyager, once thought empty, appeared deliberately cleared, a vast, unnatural space that emphasized the anomaly's dominance and intent. Experts speculated that this might be an interstellar quarantine, a containment or even a warning to any civilization daring to probe too far. The silence of the cosmos had been broken not with words, but with action, and the intelligence behind it remained invisible yet unmistakably present. Voyager 2, silent and unarmed, had unwittingly crossed a threshold that humanity had no instructions for navigating, and the implications extended far beyond astronomy, touching on the very understanding of existence, observation, and our place in a universe that was suddenly far more aware of us than we were of it. Voyager 2's unexpected encounter with the unknown has forever altered humanity's understanding of the cosmos. What began as a quiet mission to explore distant planets has transformed into a confrontation with something vast, intelligent, and utterly beyond our comprehension. The probe's subtle turn, the rhythmic pulses, and the cleared void all point to an intelligence operating on a scale that dwarfs our own, challenging every assumption we've held about life, space, and the universe itself. We are no longer merely observers of the stars. We have been noticed, and that recognition carries weight. We are only beginning to grasp. The data Voyager 2 continues to send is a reminder of both our ingenuity and our vulnerability, urging humanity to expand, not just technologically, but philosophically, to consider what it means to exist in a universe that may be watching, responding and waiting. This revelation is as exhilarating as it is terrifying, redefining the edge of human knowledge and the frontier of cosmic mystery.